I can tell you it is not. Okay? You know what I'm saying, anybody? It is not. Because about 45 minutes after denying this woman the meal that she desired, we were back at Lycus Manor North, and I don't mind telling you, I knocked the bottom out of that bitch. I wheelbarrowed her around my library, and there was nothing that fake Lycus couldn't do with this whore. Nothing at all. And that's the way it should be. Banging that broad when she was on an empty stomach from me denying her food was unbelievable. And quite an adrenaline rush, dear. And I reflected on the basic tenets of Lycus 101 and thought, oh boy, oh wow, woo-wee. And I don't mind telling you boys, it was a sexual free-for-all. Okay? And we had a romantic evening. I had taken her to the Palm, and I was wearing my tennis shorts, my cologne, and I would smell good. I wanted to get her attention, and it worked, as it always does. And that bitch was putty in my hands. And we have seen each other since, I'll have you know. I am not in a relationship, but I have seen her. Several nights ago, I took her to Bob's Big Boy, where she racked up a bill of $16.46 on a cheeseburger and some onion rings and a Sierra Mist and an ice cream soda. I had the lamb. I love lamb. And I couldn't help but remember when that dysfunctional, socially retarded hack Brian Whitman, with whom I had the displeasure of working with, asked me if lamb was foul. He is an absolute retard. And I said, no, Brian, lamb is not foul. Lamb is lamb, dear. What a retard. Unbelievable. Mentally retarded. Mental retardation. Yesterday, I went to a very upscale market in Santa Barbara and bought some olives in case one of my guests, like Robert Schimmel or maybe Jack Silver, wanted an olive or a martini. And there's a very famous photo of me in a graduation cap and gown holding a martini. And let me tell you, boys, that particular photo has gotten me more chicks than I could ever imagine. Maybe it was the cap, or the gown, or the fact that I lived in John Lennon's old home, where I'm sure he banged that Yoko Ono pretty hard. And if you've never banged an Asian bitch, you need to do that. And I do have something to say about Yoko Ono, about that bitch. As far as fake Lycus is concerned, she broke up the Beatles. And when she had an obligation to step in between him and the gunman, she should have done that. But she wanted his money. And as it turned out, I believe, to be convenient for her, that a psychotic was packing heat and wanting to pump some lead into her meal ticket. What a bitch. Before I wrap up my blog and introduce our guest here on the Fake Lycus podcast, I do want to comment on the news and the recent events, and to be perfectly candid with you, I am not at all surprised by the death of Michael Jackson, who is known as the King of Pop. I am recognized internationally as the King of Lamb. I love lamb. I believe that Michael was a collision course that ended in a way that I don't believe surprised many people at all. And FYI, I can do the moonwalk, dear. I can put on my leather jacket and my jeans and my black T-shirt and my glasses, and I can moonwalk. And I also, strictly for the entertainment of others, can stand on the tips of my toes like Michael could. And I can pull up my jeans, revealing white socks, and twirl my calves around. at some of my live broadcasts, primarily at the Playboy Mansion, just to attract chicks in my tennis shorts, wearing cologne, so I would smell good. I would moonwalk in the grotto area. So I did that. And I believe the passing of Farrah Fawcett was very sad. That bitch had cancer. Anal cancer. And certainly nothing funny about that. In addition to several Like Cats posters, I do have a Farrah Fawcett poster, which I don't want to be graphic, was certainly an asset if I wanted to rub one out, or fondle the bishop, or give Cyclops a back rub. I think you know what I mean. And I thank Farrah Fawcett for that. Can't believe Lee Majors married that bitch. Oh, boy, Lee. Oh, whoa. Lee. I was saddened, which is an emotion that I'm not terribly familiar with, when TV pitchman Billy Mays passed away. I have purchased many bottles of OxyClean, which I have my Ukrainian cleaning lady, who I have banged, by the way, used to clean all of Lycus Manor North, from the doorknobs to the wine cellar to the framed photo of me and the Nasty Man, which is one of my more prized possessions. Carl Malden, by the way, 97 or 98, passed away this week. He was a classmate of mine, and while he was studying drama, I was very busy putting together Lycus 101. But Carl Malden, dear, was a great student, and he had a very large nose. I think we all know that. But it never stood in the way of him getting laid. And in the end, that's really what matters, boys. Walking around Hollywood saying Carl Malden knocked the bottom out of me is not uncommon. And I certainly hope he did knock the bottom out of you. Say what you will about Carl Malden and his nose. He could really throw you the bone. And finally, Fake Lycus wants to honor Ed McMahon, who is dead. And for 30 years, he sat next to another legend, Johnny Carson. My favorite host of the Tonight Show was Jack Paar. And Fake Lycus was in the audience at his very first program. I was 35 at the time, I believe. And Jack Paar was very